effervescent, nahi?
More than that.
Bubbly. We are not fly-by-night operators. We have been there for centuries and generations. One of the takeaways for me has always been that leave the planet, leave the space better than you found it. You know, you don't have to be masculine to be successful in a man's world.
But I think behind every confident woman is a even more confident man.
समरजीत को अपने बच्चों में ये नहीं है कि वो एक बेटी लड़की है, लड़का नहीं है, वो उनके समझ के बाहर है. He was very clear कि हमें तीसरा करना ही नहीं है. This particular Taj holds for me and for so many Indians. It makes me feel proud as an Indian to walk into this space. कोई एक भी इंस्टेंस नहीं मिलेगा इंडिया में ऑफ अ रेवोल्यूशन. एक क्रांति अगेंस्ट रॉयल्टी नहीं देखी आपने, जैसे कि आपने देखी है फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन में कि रशियन रेवोल्यूशन में.
So true.
You have not had that upheaval.
I think a show like Royals cannot shatter all the good work that so many of you have been doing, and I think shows like Table Talk are there to
Turn the tables.
Turn the table. Oh, that's a good one. You know, Radhika, there are some people who carry their position, and there are some people who carry their presence. To my mind, you belong to the second category. In fact, I remember what struck me the most when I met you the first time was not the formality, not the title, but the ease, the way you make people feel comfortable, the warmth you bring into a space, and the quiet confidence with which you represent Baroda and its heritage. I mean, it's truly, truly admirable. And to my mind, that is the most powerful kind of royalty. So welcome to this iconic restaurant, the Golden Dragon. It's more than 50 years old, and I couldn't have thought of a more apt place in the iconic Taj Mahal Hotel to host you over a specially curated menu. Before we begin, I always like to raise a toast to friendship that hopefully lasts forever.
Absolutely.
Cheers, and let the conversations begin.
Thank you, Amrita.
True luxury isn't just what you see, it's what you feel. It lives in stories, aromas, and conversations that stay with us. I'm Amrita Raichan, and for me, food is more than just flavor. It's also love, nostalgia, and connection. In our chase for goals and success, we've forgotten to pause, to feel, to share. Tabletop, the taste of Taj, is my way of bringing that pause back. By inviting friends, not for interviews or agendas, but for moments of honesty, laughter, and of course, great food. Together we will share meals specially curated by me along with the master chefs of the Taj, dishes that celebrate not just ingredients, but also the stories behind them. And what better setting than the Taj, a name that embodies beauty, heritage, and the warmest hospitality. Every table here has seen new beginnings, reunions, and memories, and now ours will become a part of that legacy. Welcome to Table Talk, the taste of Taj, where food meets feeling, luxury meets legacy, and the heart always finds a seat at the table.
I'm thrilled to be here with you, Amrita. I know we've had so many discussions on khana and hospitality and the warmth that you mentioned. I have always felt reciprocated by you. So this was a long due lunch date you and I had to have. And you know, Golden Dragon is a name that conjures up so much nostalgia for me. From childhood, I've been coming to, you know, Golden Dragon. It's iconic and it just takes me back to my childhood.
In fact, this is, you know, the first Sichuan restaurant that was ever opened in India, in a 5-star hotel to be precise. Started with all the spicy robustness, and now, of course, they have a little bit of mix of Cantonese, like, you know, slightly more subtle flavors.
I can't imagine a better place to be spending this afternoon.
So let's start from the beginning. You know, they say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And your father, Dr. Ranjit Singh Ji Jhala, legend himself from the royal family of Wankaner. He was, I think, one of the first ones to break royal traditions and let go of royal privileges, become one of the first IAS officers. He has been an author, he's an authority on wildlife and nature conservation, and he also helped a lot of people during the horrific Bhopal gas tragedy.
That's right.
And now look at your very normal childhood. You went to Mayo College. You know, you were made to study hard. You were a brilliant student. Then you worked as a journalist in Indian Express, and I believe you traveled in buses to get to there. Nobody knew
correspondent.
that you were a royal.
No, no.
So how involved was your father in shaping who you are today? And was this whole journey planned by him to ensure that you stay grounded?
I mean, I did not know destiny would take me to Baroda. Neither did my parents. But I think the upbringing was to be grounded and to be connected with your roots, to be connected with people, to be connected with our heritage, but also with nature. So I think it was just a very, very well-rounded childhood, and it was definitely to be a good, humble person who was serving society. I think one of the takeaways for me has always been that leave the planet, leave the space better than you found it. So that has always been the intention, you know, to be proactive in our lives, in society or you know, in families or in the larger canvas of things.
So basically, humility is inbuilt in you. Then you walk into the Lakshmi Vilas Palace. I mean, for the uninitiated, let me tell you, it's only 4 times larger than the Buckingham Palace. It has 170 rooms. It has a golf course. And this is what our Maharani here calls home. What did you feel when you walked in there for the first time? And how did you create your own space, knowing that your home, your house belongs to history?
I think coming from a place like Wakaner, I had grown up with grandeur. You know, we have a beautiful palace back home in Wakaner, also Indo-Saracenic style, also sandstone. Not as large, of course, as the Baroda Palace. But, you know, when your childhood has already been in very grand spaces,
Right.
you kind of learn to navigate from childhood. No one has to really tutor you. So I was very comfortable in that space. As I was comfortable living in a government quarters in Delhi, you know,
Right.
or Bhopal. So सरकारी घर के साथ भी इतनी मेरे, you know, वाकिफ थी मैं जितना एक महल के साथ.
But
So-
the dynasty was, you know, the name
Yes,
was larger.
yes.
The whole
Of course,
Gaikwad
of
family positioning and history and legacy. There was so much that suddenly fell into your lap.
Yes.
So, you know, more than the space, I think my question would be more to, you know, the responsibility that you felt when you walked into the Lakshmi Vilas Palace.
You know, when I was a 23-year-old bride, I don't think it struck me as that. I was having an arranged marriage. But very much head over heels in love with my husband, and I think I came with the same level of consciousness or nervousness of any bride. I don't think I felt anything greater, because that was not a conversation that either my parents or my in-laws had with me, that now we are heading into this big dynasty and you have big shoes to fill into. Or it wasn't. It was always about the person I was marrying and the immediate family. That was the focus. And because, you know, so much intention had gone into spending time and getting to know each other at that level, that those declarations, those titles were humanized for me. And it was only later on, when I actually navigated my way through the house and the legacy, the lineage, that I started realizing how big the contribution of the Gaikwads has been to the history of India.
Yes.
In my house, everyone's very, very humble. बहुत ही रोज़मर्रा की बातें होती हैं डाइनिंग टेबल पे, बहुत हंसी मजाक होता था, स्पेशली जब मेरे स्वर्गीय फादर इन लॉ थे. उनका मिजाज भी बहुत ही एक मजाकिया था. He was an artist.
Yes.
He was a musician. So it was a very enriching conversation in the dining table, you know. उसमें ये बात नहीं होती थी कि, you know, तहजीब की बात है कि औरतों को ये करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए, कि आप घूंघट का रखना चाहिए, कि हमेशा अगर मैं बैठ जाती थी खाने को, तो एक रिवाज है कि आप अगर खाने की टेबल पे आप खाना खा रहे हैं तो आपको उठने का नहीं है. Our traditions, we stand up when elders
Somebody
walk
comes
in,
in. Yeah.
you know. but they would reprimand me for if I did that. So that was the ease and comfort with which,
And did you have to keep your head covered?
Within 15 days my sister-in-law told me अब बस बहुत हो गया साड़ी, you can move on to सलवार कमीज़. And मेरे लिए बड़ी ताजुब की बात थी, because my mother has, I've only seen my mother in sarees. मेरी माँ हमेशा साड़ी ही पहनती थी और हमेशा सर ढकती थी, और मेरी दादी भी, नानी भी. तो मुझे हमेशा यही लगा कि यही एक रोल होता है रॉयल फैमिलीज़ में. मुझे भी बड़ा ताजुब लगा कि मेरी बड़ी ननंद ने मुझे कहा कि अब हो गया 15 दिन, अब फंक्शंस वगैरह है, अब तुम सलवार कमीज पहन सकती हो. मैं तो ले भी नहीं गई थी. मेरी माँ ने खाली साड़ियाँ ही मेरे को दी थी शादी में. तो ऐसे करके फिर मुझे भी अंदाज आया है कि क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस और रोल है मेरी. इट वाज also understanding that the kind of roles I had anticipated, which was very much to be that daughter-in-law or play that very, very dutiful role, is not the only role. It is, I could navigate that and explore that space. और
And
शादी के
how
बहुत
beautifully you've explored it. I mean, I think जब से आपने लक्ष्मी विलास पैलेस में कदम रखा और आज तक, I mean, क्या नहीं किया है. I admire you almost every day. Every time I see a lovely post of yours on Instagram, I'm like, oh my God, she's doing this as well. So I've known you for a few years, Radhika, but I think the love I felt for you and the bond I felt with you kind of deepened when you very graciously invited Rahul and me for the the Heritage Garba that you organize every year at the Lakshmi Vilas Palace. Apart from the grandeur, literally stole my heart away was the warmth, the inclusivity, not just for us but for transgenders. I mean, I was so enamored by that beautiful pass of yours where you say devotion has no gender.
That's right.
तो ये गरबा का आइडिया कहाँ से जर्मिनेट हुआ? How did you just think of this and when?
2019 में my husband, he decided, he said कि we should, we have the space, and he felt it would be a good way to connect with people at a cultural level. मुझे बहुत शौक है गरबा का. मैं सालों से I go every year and I dance all 9 days. He felt it would be a nice way to connect and give back to society. And तब मैंने start किया 2019 में. And then of course COVID आ गया, तो 2020 और 21 में एक छोटा वर्जन किया था. 22, 23, 24 और अब 26 से फिर हमारा बड़ा पैमाने पे गरबा होता है. And we have about 40 to 50,000 people रोज जो डांस करते हैं. 10,000 लोग ऑडियंस में होते हैं. And I also did not anticipate it would become so big so quickly. And it's just that the people have of course received it very well. And मेरा वही एक लक्ष्य रहा है कि उस पे हम संस्कृति की बात करें, अपने तहजीब, अपने हेरिटेज की बात करें, और जो भी मुद्दे हैं जो सोसाइटी में उठने चाहिए उस माध्यम से हम उनको चर्चा में ला सकें. So that's why I talk, speaking about violence against women, talking about the transgender rights, safety rights for women. So it's mainly talking about issues that are relevant in society, but nobody is really addressing at a grassroots level.
So how do you address these issues at the Garba?
Quite a few ways. Of course, we have a speaking tree, Bolto Ambo, where we encourage people to come and interact and write their messages for a common theme that we have.
Okay.
When we had the rape and murder in Calcutta,
Yeah.
we actually did a march. I did a silent march before the Garba, and that became the theme about violence against women.
Oh, so
and we
every
had-
year you take over
yes,
a theme.
a theme,
You have
yes.
a theme and then you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How interesting.
To create awareness, and a huge number of people come and share their stories. And then it just doesn't become a space to celebrate, it becomes a place to congregate and commune. And that's the power of community. If you really want to create impact and bring change, I feel it has to come from the grassroots level. It has to come from the people. It can't be upward down, it has to be downward up. Then that impact will come to the policy level.
Yeah, you're so right. And you've in fact started the first fully transgender cafe as well in Baroda. It's India's first, I believe.
I'm not sure if it is, but it is one of the early ones. And it's one of the successful ones, that I must say.
I've eaten there and I can vouch for the food. And it's so different, so interesting. That has some little stuff from Bombay, the Bombay Vada Pav. There's a little Gujarati thing. And I remember those little drinks that one of your friends actually makes at home. and brings it. इतना हर डिश में इतना प्यार है. And I remember meeting the chef who's also transgender, and इतने passion के साथ he was explaining the menu to me. Really, hats off to you with what you've done. You know, coming from the whole royal family tradition, having that tradition around you to, you know, come up with this path-breaking idea and concept. Hats off.
Thank you, Amrita. And it means a lot क्योंकि you understand food so well. आपको समझ इतना है खाने के बारे में, जायके के बारे में, तो अगर आप तारीफ कर रहे हैं तो थैंक यू.
पता है खाना तो खैर तारीफ लायक था ही, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि खाना is not just about its taste. It's about,
I agree.
you know, what it stands for.
Yeah.
Like table talk is also about just bringing people together. मुझे लगता है food is the language of love. You know, वो उसका एक नेचर है कि it brings people together, makes them open up, and over food इतनी प्यारी प्यारी बातें हो जाती हैं. And that's what I think you're doing with the community and the cafe. You're using food as a language of promoting equality in people and letting them respect another community.
Absolutely.
You know, so there's also a message you're giving through that cafe, which is really, really admirable.
Also that हमारा ये एक प्रयास रहा है हमेशा कि हम लोकल फ्लेवर्स, लोकल इंग्रेडिएंट्स से ही को प्रमोट करें. और नाम कैफे है, लेकिन जो खाना है आपने देसी देखा सब देसी है. और यही है कि हम यंगस्टर्स को अपने पुराने फ्लेवर्स और क्यूजीन के साथ को रीइंट्रोड्यूस करें. Because youngsters don't want to eat your khichdi and your dhapatas so how to get them to a space where they are encouraged to re-inculcate those taste buds for Indian.
आज आप Gen Z के बारे सोचो या youngsters के बारे सोचो, but I think your whole Gaikwad dynasty has always been in favor of a very cosmopolitan approach to food. I mean, एक तो Maratha lineage, robust, spice, and then based in Gujarati land with a subtle sweetness. फिर सयाजी राव, जिनके बारे में हम सब जानते हैं, was way ahead of his time. And thanks to his colonial interactions, there was so much British and European influence. So I think Lakshmi Vilas Palace ka food would not be a classic regional food, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it must be quite cosmopolitan. Which leads me to the question that what does the Maharani eat every day on a day-to-day basis?
Our lunches are quite standard. तो हमारे थालियों में खाना पिरोसा जाता है लंच के लिए, जिसमें एक रसा होता है, अ ग्रेवी डिश, एक तलन होता है, वन फ्राइड डिश. तलन.
That's a Maharashtrian word?
Yes. एक सब्जी होगी, भाजी, और अब वो तलन नॉन वेज हो सकता है या वेज हो सकता है, आपका रसा वेज हो सकता है या नॉन वेज हो सकता है, तो वो वेरिएशंस आपके हैं. कठोर होगा, विच इज़ लाइक योर स्प्राउट्स और सैलेड. वरन एसेंशियल, वो तो उसके बिना तो मेरे हस्बैंड और मेरे फादर इन लॉ का खाना चले नहीं. माई मदर इन लॉ आई लाइक इट विथ वघार. सो हमारा फोड़नी का वरण होता है. When the men are not there, then we have the फोड़नी का वरण. Otherwise they have wanted एकदम सादा with तूप being घी, और भात, और फिर फुल्का चपाती. ये यूजुअली होता है. बट हमारे फिर स्वीट्स भी होती हैं, जैसे कि पूरन पोड़ी होगा अगर डिपेंडिंग ऑन दी फेस्टिव टाइम. श्रीखंड होता है, शीरा होता है, शाही टुकड़ा बहुत बढ़िया है, हमारा एक पाइनएप्पल जर्दा है एक डिश. सो ऐसी काफ़ी हमारे अलग मीठे पकवान हैं जो बनते हैं. बट बेसिक स्टैंडर्ड ये है हमारा लंच है. और डिनर हमारा कॉन्टिनेंटल है. तो सूप है, सैलेड है, पोटैटोज़ हैं या वेजिटेबल्स हैं, एक मेन डिश नॉन वेज की, फिर एक मीठा.
Nice. मुझे याद है at the same trip जब हम गरबा के लिए आए थे, you are very sweetly hosted one dinner also. काफी लोग थे वहाँ और बड़े प्यारे थाली में आपने खाना परोसा था, which was absolutely delicious, and a lot of the dishes that you named were a part of that. I'm talking about the desi thali, of course, continental food. I wouldn't want to eat continental food in Lakshmi Vilas Palace for sure. But my mother-in-law, grew up in the Baroda Palace, and she used to rave about the varan bhat and also the Baroda pulao. And trust me, मैंने वो Baroda pulao की रेसिपी बहुत कोशिश की है, कुछ और Baroda फैमिली से मांगने की, पर मुझे कभी नहीं मिली. So I have a deal to make with you. मैं आपको गोल्डन ड्रैगन की आप एक डिश बोल दो जिसकी आपकी रेसिपी चाहिए, हाँ मैं आपको दिलवा दूंगी शेफ से. मैंने ऑलरेडी उनके साथ मांडवली कर लिया है, और उसके बदले में मुझे Baroda पुलाव की रेसिपी दे देना.
बिल्कुल मेरे हाथ में अभी है नहीं.
हाँ,
मेरे
मुझे
को-
पता है. So again, for everybody, let me make one announcement कि यार महारानी does not enjoy cooking, right? Sorry, I had to make that
मैं बहुत
disclosure.
शर्मिंदा हूँ.
Listen, आप सब कुछ नहीं कर सकती हैं. You go out there, do so much. कुछ चीजें हमारे लिए भी छोड़ दीजिए, है ना? हम खाना बना लेते हैं. So please, you don't have to be sorry about that at all.
और आप तो क्या उम्दा खाना बनाती हैं. आपका लाल मांस तो उस दिन,
हाँ, अभी
that
आपको
is
आना
the
है फिर
best
से.
lal mas I've eaten, honestly.
Thank you so much.
And the whole spread that you had done from scratch, आपने एकदम स्क्रैच से एक एक चीज बनाया था, बहुत ही बढ़िया था.
I like to cook for my dinners, इसलिए फिर वो लड़ाई भी हो जाती है घर में because I like 20 लोगों से ज्यादा नहीं, 25 लोगों से ज्यादा नहीं, but my husband वो 20 बोल के 40 लोग बना लेता है. So now I've made up my mind कि भाई prepare for 40 people. You know, your in-laws are really visionaries. You did mention about your father-in-law being a musician, sculptor,
जी.
artist. Your mother-in-law, Shubhangini Raje, Maharani
right.
Shubhangini Raje, she revived Chanderi saris. How did you feel when she gave you access to the whole heritage textiles which dated back 100 years? What was your first reaction?
Really like a kid in a candy store. Because शौक हमेशा रहा है टेक्सटाइल्स का, फैब्रिक्स का. और बचपन से ही देखती आ रही हूँ मैं अपनी नानी के घर. हमारे वो ऐसे गोडाउन होते थे जिसमें संदूक में सारे ये कॉस्ट्यूम्स होते थे, कपड़े निकलते थे. और मेरे नानी के वहाँ सैलाना में तो दे यूज्ड टू हैव कॉस्ट्यूम पार्टीज. ड्रेसिंग अप वाज अ बिग थिंग. स्पेशली क्रिसमस पार्टीज होती थी तो सब फैंसी ड्रेस करते थे. तो वो एक हमेशा एक रिवाज रहा है. तो सब जाके वो फिर वो खोलते थे, हम फंडा क्या कहते थे उससे नीचे, और वहाँ जाके संदूक में से सारे कपड़े निकलते थे, फिर बनते थे और उसको पहना जाता था. तो कपड़ों का हमेशा शौक था. थोड़ी समझ बेसिक आ जाती है बचपन से टेक्सटाइल्स फैब्रिक्स के. और सेम वाकाने में भी. पर जब मैं बड़ौदा में आई और जो मैंने क्वालिटी ऑफ टेक्सटाइल्स देखी इन टर्म्स ऑफ जो साड़ियों की जो क्वालिटी थी, जो जरी की क्वालिटी थी, जो महीन काम था, जो कलर कॉम्बिनेशंस थे, जो साड़ी ब्लाउजेस के स्टाइल थे, कट्स थे, ब्रोकेट था, वो एक अलग ही किस्म का एक वर्ल्ड था फॉर मी to explore the Maratha textiles and the finest of Maratha textiles.
Yeah, and I read somewhere where you said something very beautiful. You said a sari is history, art, and culture woven together. So how are you preserving these Chanderi saris? How are you preserving these real zari? I mean, I struggle. मेरी mother-in-law ने भी मुझे, in fact, यहाँ ताज के Indian textiles से मुझे बहुत सारी tissue saris दी थी. Unfortunately, very few remain today because it's really difficult to preserve tissue.
आपको बॉम्बे में ये प्रॉब्लम होगी क्योंकि बॉम्बे में मॉइस्चर की वजह से कपड़ा डजंट टिको. बट बड़ौदा इज अ ड्रायर प्लेस, सो वी मैनेज टू कीप देम वेल. एंड ऑफ कोर्स माय मदर-इन-लॉ हैज आल्सो taken great pains to maintain textile because it's a passion for her as well.
Yeah.
So मेरे को भी जो समझ आई है मराठा टेक्सटाइल की, उनसे सीखी है मैंने. फिर beyond that then I've spoken with people and researched. बट मेरी जो भी मराठा टेक्सटाइल की समझ है वो उन्हीं से आई है.
तो आप ये जो टेक्सटाइल्स है इन्हें क्या आप अपने गरबा में भी इंक्लूड करते हो? जब गरबा के कॉस्ट्यूम, आई रिमेंबर जब मैं आई थी आई वाज लाइक व्हाट डू आई वेयर, आई ओनली हैव साड़ीज. एंड देन आई वेंट टू बड़ौदा टू अ ब्यूटीफुल स्टोर एंड आई बॉट दिस लवली लहंगा. सो डू यू
काइंड ऑफ लाइट पर्पलिश लाइलैक लैवेंडर टाइप का, बहुत खूबसूरत था. आप पे बहुत जच रहा था.
थैंक यू.
तो हाँ, वो पर वो एक अलग है रिवाज. मैं हूँ गुजरात की ना, तो फॉर मी गरबा बहुत ही नेचुरल आता है. तो गरबा के जो चनिया है, चोली है, वो लिबास मेरा वो इंट्यूटिवली अलग हो जाता है. तो वो आभला भरत का काम, आहेर का काम, मिरर वर्क, ये सब कच्ची कापड़ा, चोली, तो वो एक ऐसा एक प्लेग्राउंड हो गया मेरे लिए कि मैं अब वो कपड़े पहन सकती हूँ जो
पहन के जो आप डांस करते हैं. Oh my God, it's for again I want to come back to that garba because when I saw you dance, I thought you were one with God. I really saw that devotion on your face, and aap sabke saath. I am going to share this video with everyone where you started with teaching me how to do the steps. You started with the main crowd. There were thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and then of course we went on to the inner circle. But it was really beautiful seeing you. Just magna हो जाते हैं ना, कहते हैं वो डांस में आप एकदम devoted and it looked like you were one with God. अच्छा, कहाँ जरी की बात हो रही थी और कहाँ डांस पे चले गए. चलो बात को थोड़ा बदलते हैं. हम थोड़ी देर पहले गॉसिप की बात कर रहे थे. आई थिंक यू एंड आई डोंट बिलीव सो मच इन द वर्ड गॉसिप, बट दिस वाज समथिंग कंट्रोवर्शियल दैट हैपेंड एंड आई वांट टू जस्ट touch upon it. There was a show that was made very recently on Royals,
जी.
on a popular OTT platform. You know, we've already spoken so much about how much you have contributed to the society. Even as a Maharani, aapne, how much you have given to the community. आप इतना करते हैं. And in fact, I must mention this also, COVID में आपने कितने artisans की families को help किया था. You traveled across villages. और फिर आता है एक show like Royals that shows them as partying and dancing and living a life which does not include all that you actually do. I know so many other families from royalties. वो इतना hard work करते हैं, इतना ध्यान रखते हैं अपनी प्रजा का, if I can call it that. How did you feel when you? I know you were also slightly upset when that happened. Tell me a little about it.
उसका मुझे काफ़ी खला था वो, और मैंने एक सोशल मीडिया पे भी एक उस पे काफ़ी चर्चा हुई थी, which kind of picked up, and then there was news channels which covered it, and I spoke with them as well. तो मैं तो मेरी मन की बात रख रही थी कि मुझे ऐसा एक जैसे कि एक प्रभाव होता है मीडिया का, लोगों पे जो होता है प्रभाव, वो ये नहीं देख रहा है कि एक्चुअली परिवारों में क्या हो रहा है. वो जहाँ उनको लगता है कि अगर उन्होंने टीवी का प्रोग्राम देख लिया तो उनको एक झलक मिल गई है कि परिवार क्या कर रहे हैं. पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस, फॉर नाउ 8 decades, we have not really documented what royalty was or is. Pre-independence, we have completely demonized royalty as someone who was colluding with the British, who did not care for their people, completely sold out, which is not even a half truth. There are many instances when, yes, there was alliances with the British, there was diplomacy with the British, but to say that all Indians or all royalty before democracy were debauched, decadent, not caring for their people is complete travesty, because the fact that India continued to exist as a population, as a culture, as a heritage was because there was a symbiotic relationship between the king and the subjects.
Yeah.
And I say this very often कि आपको एक भी इंस्टेंस नहीं मिलेगा इंडिया में ऑफ अ रेवोल्यूशन, एक क्रांति अगेंस्ट रॉयल्टी नहीं देखी आपने, जैसे कि आपने देखी है फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन में, कि रशियन रेवोल्यूशन में.
So true.
You have not had that upheaval.
Sure.
For the simple reason because there was a tie that the people felt with their rulers. And even today, आज भी आप देखें तो आपके जो politicians हैं, कितने सारे पॉलिटिशियंस रॉयल फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं, क्योंकि एक अटूट बंधन रहा है उनके साथ, लोगों के साथ.
एंड somehow लोग ट्रस्ट करते हैं उन्हें.
बिल्कुल. We are not fly by night operators. We have been there for centuries and generations, and we continue to connect, represent and relate to the people of those villages. और अब आप देखेंगे कि बहुत सारे youngsters वापस अपने गाँव में आ रहे हैं, वापस अपने छोटे शहरों में आ रहे हैं. एक ऐसा माहौल था, एक समय था, जो मेरे पिताजी मुझे कहते हैं कि सब कहते थे कि अब पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस, अब इन छोटे शहरों में, इन गाँव में कुछ नहीं रखा है, तुम्हें बाहर जाके अपनी ज़िंदगी बनानी है. और अब ऐसा है, एक ऐसा माहौल बन गया है कि अब बाहर भी पढ़ के बच्चे वापस अपने गाँव में आके फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं, या टूरिज्म चला रहे हैं, या पॉलिटिक्स में जा रहे हैं, या social work कर रहे हैं. So that also needs to be acknowledged.
Absolutely.
To paint everyone with the same brush and say we are playing polo topless, bare chested, or only sipping champagne in one room painted very ornately is such a misrepresentation of an entire clan which has been existed and been relevant for centuries. It's just the historical narrative which has continued. वो एक समय था कि वो हिंदुस्तान जब इंडिपेंडेंट हुआ तो वो एक आपकी ठाकुर और राजपूतों की वो कहानियाँ चलती थी कि वो जुल्म कर रहे हैं और ज़मींदार जुल्मी है, और वो चलते चलते अब ये सोफिस्टिकेटेड लेवल वही कहानी दोहरा के अलग अलग तरीक़ों से कही जा रही है. तो अगर हम उसे कहीं भी रेक्टिफाई नहीं करेंगे तो दिस बिकम्स द बेसिस ऑफ योर रिसर्च. This becomes your documentation. Popular cinema has become now the research for any further cinema to evolve or creative experience to evolve. because nobody's really looking into our histories. Histories written by say families like us. एक popular history है which is unfortunately written by the British.
Yeah.
और एक हिस्ट्री है जो हम हमारे परिवारों ने मेंटेन करी है, बट वो कोई पूछ नहीं रहा है. तो कोई हमारे में से भी कोई उठ के कोई तो जवाब दे इसका कि ये गलत हो रहा है, थोड़ा इसको इम्प्रूव करना है. जस्ट बी रियलिस्टिक. नोबडी इज सेइंग यू हैव टू patronize royalty, but just represent them realistically for who they are.
Very well said, and I feel that that is changing because see, you have to also understand कि बहुत लोगों ने आके बाहर अपनी बात बोली नहीं है.
बिल्कुल.
So we also need people like you who can actually communicate and speak the truth. और आप छोटे शहरों की बात कर रहे थे. It's not just about coming back and doing something. It's staying there like what you're doing. और आपने कितने innovative way से अपनी community की आप सेवा कर रहे हो. And you're also, I think, increasing the popularity of the place. Like when I went there, I came back and I told hundreds of people that why have we not visited Baroda, the museum, the palace. It's just spectacular. हम इतने पैसे दे के abroad जाते हैं, पर हम अपनी खुद की country की जो jewels हैं, उन्हें हम importance ही नहीं देते हैं. So don't worry. I think shows like Table Talk are there to
turn the table.
Turn the table. Oh, that's a good one. Shows like Table Talk are there to turn the table. Good one. उसी बात पे हो जाए हमारा main course.
बिल्कुल.
Speaking about legendary work, your husband himself is a legend. I mean, he's one of those royals, an amazing cricketer. He's played professional cricket for Baroda Cricket, played in the Ranji Trophy. He then moved on to handle the administration of Baroda Cricket. And in fact, so many champions have been produced from Baroda.
Absolutely.
Oh, I have a little trivia to give you here. When I was doing my research on Maharaj Samarjit Singh Ji, it came out that he is the richest cricketer.
Oh my God.
Much above Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni in the world, huh?
Really?
Of course, I'm sorry. It also said it's not because of cricket. It's because of its royal inheritance. I just had to share it. I found it too sweet, too funny, and too special in his own way. Person that we see is very different from the man that you see on a day-to-day basis. You know, away from his titles, away from all the imagery that the world has of him. So what do you think is that one quality that truly defines him but the world doesn't know about him?
His resilience. I think his way to that self-belief, that very clear vision, and the ability to put in the hard work. It's something that I learn from every single day. He has faced many adversities, including he's lost vision in one eye, but in terms of his way he looks at life, his temperament, I think Amrita, it comes from being a sports person. अगर आपने sports खेला है, अगर आप sports person है ना, तो आपका एक संतुलन, आपका एक मानसिक एक मनोबल अलग किसी में होता है.
I totally
so
agree.
you know how to take the hits and the blows and focus on the larger picture and focus on your goals. I think there's so much to learn from him. I really admire him for that, and I'm very, very grateful to him because he has also facilitated my journey. And I remember sending a message to Rahul also about this when, you know, I don't know if he's mentioned to you about how as women we also thrive and succeed because of we have the larger umbrella or the net, you know. It
You know, they
makes a
say that I
huge
think
difference.
behind every successful man is a woman, but I think behind every confident woman is a even more confident man.
Exactly, because you know, for women, whether like you and me, to be in the forefront, more in the limelight.
Yeah.
Samarjit को limelight में नहीं अच्छा लगता.
Yeah.
He's uncomfortable. He's a very shy person, but he loves it to have me in the limelight. वो सबसे पहले मेरे videos वो ही share करेंगे. You know?
मेरी टीम तो बोलती है कि आपने कुछ ब्राइब किया हुआ है कि आपके हस्बैंड को आपके पोस्ट को पहला और is he on automated response because the first like on my post will be of my husband's. It's not just about the support. I think it's just, you know, the comfort.
Absolutely.
ज़्यादा सोचना नहीं पड़े, ज़्यादा चूचपर नहीं है. You know, it's not.
You don't
it's
have
nothing.
to explain yourself, justify yourself, kind of compensate.
Yeah.
for what you do in other spectrums of life or अभी भी आप देखें तो औरतों को ये करना पड़ता है, जूझना पड़ता है, घर के माहौल में कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़ता है. They may be excelling outside but
they have to overcompensate at home.
Correct. So I completely appreciate that I have been able to shift my myself from that role because of the support, and because we do look for that support from our
but that's him as a father. How's Radhika as a mom? You're a mother of two beautiful daughters. They're teenagers. I'm sure they have the pressure of being Gen Z. In any case, I have a teenage son, so I know. But आपकी बेटियों के ऊपर that added, I don't know if I should call it pressure or, एक भार of the dynasty, the Gaikwad dynasty that they have. What kind of values have you been instilling in them, which lets them lead a normal life, yet understand that they have a big responsibility, not just as princesses, but, as the carrier of this dynasty?
I think both my husband and I have totally different ways of upbringing, which has worked very well.
Okay.
मैं तो मेरी बच्चों की परवरिश वैसे कर रही हूँ जैसे मेरी परवरिश हुई थी. Because I think I've had the perfect childhood. I think whatever I have learned through the discipline and of my parents has helped me adjust in life and adapt and be my best version. But I grew up in a family which was still very, very conservative. My husband does not distinguish between boy and girl. समरजीत को अपने बच्चों में ये नहीं है कि वो मेरी लड़की है, लड़का नहीं है, वो उनके समझ के बाहर है. When I was carrying Padmaja and Narayani, I knew that I was carrying daughters.
Okay.
But my husband was very, very excited. He was very clear कि हमें तीसरा करना ही नहीं है. So there was a very, very clear idea. मेरे मन में तो भी था because I come from a conservative family कि लड़का होना हमारे परिवारों में, हाँ, राजवी परिवारों में बहुत अहम है. But my husband was like, क्यों? हेल्दी बच्चे हैं, हम 2 ही करेंगे बच्चे, उनकी परवरिश अच्छे से करेंगे. लड़का और लड़की में उसको समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था कि क्या डिफरेंस हो सकता है.
Oh, wonderful. So it was his...
Yes, it was entirely my husband's decision. And of course, my in-laws have been most supportive. मेरी सास ने मुझे एक बार नहीं पूछा है कि आप ट्राई करो कि लड़का क्यों नहीं हुआ कि nothing. Which is kind of a typical idea, notion one has about royal families. And that kind of also gave me the confidence that I must be a strong role model for not only my daughters, but for other families who may be in this crossroad, with daughters or no children, but having the pressure to produce a boy. And so many people have come and told me that this has eased the pressure off. Because the choices I make in my life influence so many other choices.
And inspire them.
Yes. So that role of being a leader in a conscious space has also come because I have to represent not just my daughters but so many other girls and women out there. So I cannot take this role that I have been given lightly.
हर एपिसोड में मेरा एक सीटी मोमेंट हो जाता है. This is such an elegant show and I laugh about it, but I really, what you just said was so inspiring. I just hope everybody listens to this and follows the precedent that you have set. हम तो बड़े upset थे जब हमें पता चला कि boy होने वाला है.
मैं समझ सकती हूँ.
And my husband was so sure. He said कि guarantee me a girl. Otherwise, I'm not letting you try for the second one. Because 2 लड़के मुझे नहीं चाहिए. So हमारे यहाँ तो केस ही उल्टा था. So it's really nice that we actually had this conversation and spoke about all these little personal things which, otherwise कहाँ मौका मिलता है. We're sitting in this iconic Taj Mahal Hotel. It's 150 years old. आपका Lakshmi Vilas Palace, 130 years old. Do you see the parallel? I mean, both of you have survived at some level because you have evolved. You have realized that, you can't keep history frozen in time.
Taj is known world over because it's been open to people from the very start. It is, too welcoming people, while the palace was made for 2 people. The relevance of it in terms of landmark in history, in terms of standing for, history, heritage, humanity, hospitality, and the people who walked in and out of those spaces. Like I said, of course, Taj is more known than Lakshmi Vilas Palace. But for me, this is a space where, of course, Lakshmi Vilas is home. So I will always have that association. But the kind of respect this particular Taj holds for me and for so many Indians, it makes me feel proud as an Indian to walk into this space.
How nice.
because everyone who has worked here, works here, stands for what India is. Again, resilience, deference for another human's life. India as a culture वो सभ्यता है कि आपको हर जीव में आपको प्रभु दिखेंगे. तो वो जो एग्जाम्पल इंसानियत का इस होटल ने दिया है ना, वो I mean, I get emotional even talking about it, because you've walked into these spaces from childhood, and then you've seen the devastation that these spaces have seen. Because of TV, whatever, you were seeing it live, to then again bounce back, and how none of us are haunted by those moments to stay away from these spaces.
Yeah. It's my birthday on 26/11. Next year on 20, and I was here. I was here the whole night, and I survived. So for me, this is a new birthplace, and I came back here. आज तक मेरा birthday हमेशा ताज में ही होता है, because I think this is that one place that makes you feel safe also. All right, that was a bit of an emotional ending, which I had not expected.
I'm sorry.
अब थोड़ा fun कर देते हैं. I have this lovely rapid fire round that I do, and that's the last segment of our show. So let's do that. A modern habit you've happily adopted.
Zoom calls.
And we can't live without them anymore, है ना? Discipline you believe every child should learn.
To have respect for the elders, to apologize when they're wrong. I think that is a huge ego cutter. I think there's so much more to learn from your mistakes than from your,
Luxury to you really means?
Something that truly understands me.
One quality you hope your daughters inherit from their father.
Their sportsmanship. This never
give in.
up. Yeah, never give in.
Never give up. Legacy in one word.
To be lived and cherished. Legacy is not wealth, it is exemplary life lived.
Okay, last one. One word to describe you.
Effervescent, nahi?
More than that.
Bubbly?
Bubbly indeed, effervescent, one of the most humble people. I think one word is a wrong ask, because there's so many words to describe you. The most generous in your thought, the way you have lived your life. You are truly somebody we all admire. And one word would be injustice to describing you. So thank you. I'm sorry I didn't let you eat your dessert at all. मैं तो गप्पा गप खा रही थी.
अब पता चला ना आपके स्लिम होने का राज, अमृता. उसका कुछ तो फायदा होगा हमें.
Oh God, no, really, Radhika, this was truly special, truly a wonderful conversation, and I'm so glad this finally happened. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being part of Table Talk. I hope you keep succeeding in every endeavor that you take on, and keep helping the society that you are doing.
And I hope we keep cheering each other on and being part of each other's journey.
God willing. Cheers.
Cheers.